everyone. One thing that I did not know as a beginning teacher was that I would get a classroom budget to spend on supplies and just different classroom learning materials that I needed. Now, yes, this is something that is not widespread, unfortunately, amongst all schools, but it is something that other schools do. I've taught in 2 different schools, and both of those schools have had a classroom budget. So today, I would like to dive into classroom budget land, and we are going to look at what I bought last school year and kind of think through what I liked, what I didn't like, and if I want to purchase them again. And then we're also going to chat about what I'm going to purchase this coming school year for my classroom and all the learning materials and so on. I cannot wait to dive in because I have been out on maternity leave, so I just am loving thinking about teaching and all of the things. With that said, if you are new here, my name is Victoria. I am a 8th year, but soon to be 9th year 3rd grade teacher. I am a mom to 2 boys, a 2.5-year-old and a soon to be 4-month-old. And I am a wife to an amazing man battling colon cancer. And I am living life, teaching, momming, and all the things. And like I said, I was just out on maternity leave, kind of still out, but it's also summer, so I don't know, with my 4-month-old. So I actually didn't finish the school year with my students. So I don't have a great understanding of what I need and what I don't need for my classroom and so on. So we will definitely be going into the school so I can dive into what is needed for my class. Thankfully, I had a fantastic long-term sub. She was amazing, and she made some supply notes on what I needed for next year. But I'd like to just go in and kind of get a good look around as well. So that is what is in store for today. I cannot wait to dive in and kind of have an online shopping spree with you and just get to spend some money on my class. And yeah, it's gonna be a great time. So for now, let's start by talking about what I bought last school year, what I plan to buy again this school year, what I thought of them, and then we'll probably head into school after that. Okay, so I'm looking over my spreadsheet from last year on what I bought with my classroom budget. And I should say before I really dive into anything that I will have down below in the description a link to what I bought last year, and then also a link of an idea list of what I will buy this year with my classroom budget. So if you're curious on the exact link to any of those things, they will be down below in the description box. But let's get started. So I purchased Expo markers, and I got 2 packs. They were $27.38 each. And so I spent $54.76 on them. And I would say they were worth every penny. I love using Expo markers. They are hard to keep just because kids always forget to click the top on and so on, but they are so worth it. We love using whiteboards in my classroom. And yes, absolutely, a 10 out of 10 will buy again. Then I got Papermate Pens Variety Pack. I got the ones that have both the gel pens and the flare pens, and it was $28.78, and I loved those. I loved having the option of either or, and I thought it was great. I don't think that I will need flare pens this year. I had so many, but I'll have to go into the classroom and test them out and see before I really commit to that. But yeah, I definitely enjoy those. I just don't know if I'll need them again this year. I also got a 60 count of Elmer's glue sticks. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Also recommend buying more glue than you think you need because it just kids seem to eat glue. I don't know how it's possible, but oh my gosh, it just goes so quick. So I spent $18.24 on that, and I will definitely be getting that again. I remember in my video from last year that I got Ticonderoga pencils, and I was like, is this worth it? I'm not sure because they're nice pencils and kids just go through pencils so quickly. And those pencils, I got 72 of them for $13.99. In comparison to, I also got Amazon Basics pencils I got 150 of those for $17.48. So clearly they're a little bit more expensive. I would say if you are like super picky, keep with the Ticonderoga, but Amazon Basics through and through, way better. Just with kids that aren't really necessarily going to appreciate the pencils. And also, if you haven't seen my video from last year, I'll link it in the cards above so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think I'll just stick with Amazon Basic pencils next year. I also got a pencil sharpener, an X-Acto pencil sharpener, and I will not be getting an X-Acto pencil sharpener this year because thankfully I was gifted an AFMAT pencil sharpener, which I will show you in a minute once I'm kind of done reviewing all of these because I'm so excited about it. I have heard so many good things about them, and I'm just so excited to have a brand new pencil sharpener that is just very high quality and works great. So I will show you that after this, but I'm so super excited. I also got Scotch Magic tape. I got 12 rolls and I got that for $24.99. Would recommend. I don't know, kids love using tape. They just love crafting and all of that stuff, and it's so worth it. Like, let's embrace their creativity. So yes, I will also be buying that again unless I look and see that I have an enormous amount of tape when I get to school. I also got a tape dispenser for $5.24. I don't think I need a new one. My tape dispenser was working well last I saw it, so fingers crossed it still is, but I really enjoyed it, so I would definitely recommend that to anyone. Nothing fancy, but a good basic tape dispenser. A new thing that I bought last school year were the Take Note dry erase markers, and I really liked those. I really liked having them as like my teacher markers because one, they were a different brand, so they kind of stood out and kids knew like those are Mrs. Leet's markers. And I just liked the different colors, and I felt like they were very vibrant and lasted a long time. So those were $12.10. Would recommend. I plan to get those again this school year. I also bought Sharpie. I bought 36 Sharpie markers that were all black, and that was for $19.25. I really liked that. I like having some black Sharpie markers, but I don't think I need to get any more. I think hopefully those will last me a little bit longer. Another thing I bought were some like larger scissors, and I also enjoyed getting those. They were $11.99, and I got 3 packs of 3. So I got 9 scissors in total, and they cost me $35.97. I definitely think they were worth it. I'm not sure if I have any left or not, so I will have to look and see. I might get like 1 pack of these, but I don't think I need to get 9 again. But I like having the option of having larger scissors. Kids just prefer at this age kind of having bigger scissors so they can get some jobs done a little quicker. Last school year, I also got some graph paper that just had some better graphing lines that were a little bit bigger and easier to see. And I got that for $19.49. I liked them. I don't think I need to get any more. I got a pack of 500 pieces. Yeah, that should be plenty for me to last me a few more years. So I like that, but I don't need any more of it. I also got 1,000 stickers and 800 stickers, and between those two, I got 1,800 stickers, and one of them was $4.99 and the other was $8.99. And they were both just kind of like fun stickers to put on papers as I graded them, and I would definitely recommend both of them. I like having stickers. I like being able to just put them on a paper with a correct sign and bring them home. Yeah, I'll definitely get some again. I don't know if I'll get those exact, but I liked those. I also got some longer construction paper last year for $14.02, and I don't think I'll need any more of them. I'll double check, but I think I should be good with colors and so on. But I like having those because I use them for our quote posters at the beginning of the school year, where they have a picture and then a quote, and they have student created artwork, and I get to hang them up for the whole school year, and they're really meaningful, and I just really enjoy them. So if I don't have enough papers, I will be repurchasing. I also got 2 bleacher seats as like a flexible seating option, and I would Highly recommend these. They were $42.95, $85.90 in total, and I loved them. They were super comfortable. The kids loved them. You definitely need to teach the expectations with them, but as a whole, they were a great flexible seating option, comfortable, and like fit every body in my class. So definitely would recommend. I don't need any more of them. I think if I want more flexible seating options, I'll probably look for other things, but it's a good flexible seating option if you want one. I also got some Sterilite clear plastic storage containers for $33.08, and I like those, but I honestly didn't use them. So I don't think I'll be getting more of them because I need to kind of restructure things and reorganize a few things. I was gonna put some math manipulatives in those from other containers that I have that broke. So I plan to do that, and I should be all set with storage stuff, but we'll see. Another thing I purchased were hand to mind, just like breathing pattern mazes for the calm corner. I liked those. Do I think that they were like widely used amongst my kids for the calm corner? Meh, maybe a little bit, but honestly, not a ton. They were $13.87. I think they were worth it, but I don't plan to get them again. I also got Canoodle, and I love Canoodle. My students are obsessed with Canoodle. It is $8.05, and if you need like a little like good just problem solving activity, highly recommend it. It's so super fun, and it's just a good thing to do in the calm corner again, where you're just kind of like using your brain to get your mind off of things. I definitely love this. Okay, we're almost to the end. I also bought 26 little plush toys, and those were for birthdays, and I got a 26 pack, and they were $16.99, and I think that I will purchase those again, but I might not have to because I might have enough leftover for next school year. So I'll have to check out on that, but I did enjoy that. I just would give one of these little mini plush toys plus a pencil as a birthday gift, and that worked great. I got Tack-It as an option to help stick up my laminated schedule cards. Would not recommend that. It did not work. I've heard it has good uses for other things, but it did not work for me. And that was $7.62, so I will not be purchasing that again. And then the last thing that I purchased was a wobble cushion. I got it for $17.99, and I did really enjoy having that. I had 2 kids that constantly wanted to use them, so I probably will try and purchase one more just to have it as an option for another kid, just so it's not like as widely like not fought over, but you know, it's hard if you have 2 kids that need it and only one can use it. But that is my thoughts on what I purchased last school year. Now I am going to hang out with my baby, and I'm going to pick you all up tomorrow, and we're going to start to probably go to school and look through what I need for next school year. Hey everyone, so I am at school and I have my best little helper with me, but that does mean that we are on a time crunch. We are working with his schedule. So hopefully he is agreeable, but we'll see. So far, what I have done since I got to school, because I was breastfeeding and I figured I'd just try and get some stuff done while I could, was I looked over the needs list that my long-term sub made me and added those to my supply list. So I needed pencils, erasers, dry erase markers, and erasers for dry erase marker bin. And so then I added dry erase marker erasers and erasers because I already had dry erase markers and pencils on my list because those were things that I get every school year, and I kept them just from my last year's budget on my list for now. So that is where we are at this point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna peruse the classroom. I'm gonna see if there's some things that I don't need. I have some Flair pens and stuff on there. I'm not sure that I actually need those. You know, all that stuff. I'm gonna look those things over. And then after I look those things over and see if I need things or not, like glue sticks, if I need some coloring supplies, then I will come back to my budget. I'll get rid of things that I normally buy every school year that I don't need. And I will look for things that I do want to get. So that is the game plan. I right now have $380 in my cart, and I have about $440 to spend. So we'll see if I have that extra, $60 to spend, or if I have more because I can get rid of stuff and so on. So let's go peruse the classroom, get our bearings for what I have and what I don't have, because like I said, I was out on maternity leave, so I really don't have a good grasp on what is fresh in here and what isn't. And then we will get to the fun part, which is shopping. And I do have some fun ideas of things that I want to get for next year, so stay tuned for that. But let's get get our bearings first. And I'll probably bring my best little helper around with me because he likes to walk around with his mama. From first glance, it is definitely looking like I need some markers and coloring supplies. It's looking like I'm also going to want some more of these. Okay, that was a little overwhelming, to be honest. Things are just like not exactly where I remember them being, which is totally fine. A lot of things are, but some things are in a different spot. And yeah, it was just, I had to go and get my rainbow cart with my teacher toolbox on it in my partner teacher's classroom because they must have, when they were cleaning, they accidentally put it in the wrong room. Interesting expedition. So my findings were basically that we do need more coloring supplies and that we are probably all set on tape. And I do have quite a few Flair pens. So if I get anything, I might just get some gel pens, but I don't really use the gel pens as much, so maybe I won't. Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of the tape on my list because it seemed like we had plenty for now. Oh, I need to go look for scissors, and I need to look for long construction paper. Oh, and I need to look for the plush toys. Okay, let's look for those three things, and then we will look for things to add and things to get rid of. I will say we are getting to the end of this little cutie's tolerance. So we'll probably have to leave soon. We have a grocery order pickup to get. And then hopefully when he naps, I can pick you up again and we can chat about things that I'm adding to my budget and what I'm purchasing. Okay, let's go and look at if I have enough the animal plushie keychains, and if I have the long construction paper, and if I have those like bigger scissors. Okay, here are my thoughts. Scissors, I need them. the birthday things I don't need. And the long construction paper I don't need. I also found that I have a decent amount of glue sticks left, so I probably could get a 30 pack instead of a 60 pack. And let's see, I feel like I had one more thought. Well, let's look through my list. So I had on here tape, I can get rid of that. I had on here scissors, I should keep those. I can get rid of the construction paper. I have on here the Sterilite plastic tint things, but I have plenty of those, so I don't need those. I have the plush toys, I don't need those. Oh, this is what I found. I put wobble cushions on my list, and I had 2 in my closet. I think I must have bought them. What happened is we got some like extra budget money to spend in the middle of the school year. I don't know how, I don't know, it was great. And I ordered with that actually these beautiful ECR for kids wave seats, which I'm excited to see how the kids like them because I never got to use them with my kids. And I got those wobble cushions and a few other things, I think. Or maybe that was just those things. But I forgot that I got those. So I probably don't need to get one, or maybe I could get one more because they're only $17.99, and then I'd have 4. And if I wanted to have like, a table group at some point, I feel like 4 would be a good number, but we'll see. Okay, good takeaways. I'm gonna delete those things now as they are fresh in my brain. I'm gonna add, like at least write notes on things that I wanna add. And then we're probably gonna get ready to go because this little boy, he would like to leave. He's being a good sport, but he is pretty much ready to go. Let's do some deleting. Sweet boy. Hello. Okay, I think we've gotten what we can done this morning. So I found actually that we have a lot of dry erase markers. So I'm gonna get 1 pack of 36 instead of 2, which shaved off some money. And I also found that I checked like where my student supply center is, and I got some scissors. I had plenty of scissors in there. So I also shortened to just 1 pack of like the larger scissors. And I did think that I need paper clips, so I'll add that to my list. But I added also Crayola markers and crayons. I don't think I'm gonna restock colored pencils this year. We'll see. I don't know, I might try not having colored pencils. What supplies do you guys use the most? Let me know down below. But at this point, with all of that stuff, and I still have some flexible seating in there that I'm not sure if I'll keep or not, I'm at $331. So I have, yeah, so silly. I have about $100 left to spend, which is a good place to be in. And one thing that I'm super excited about that I don't have to buy this year is a pencil sharpener, because I got gifted this AFMAT pencil sharpener, and it's so super easy to use. You just stick the pencil in, and then I don't know, I think I need to like show you differently, but then it pops out on its own like perfectly sharp. So if I like write, okay, and I break my pencil, all I have to do is I take the pencil, I stick it in, and it pops out and it's perfectly sharp. So I cannot wait to use this. I think this is actually gonna really super help with like kids getting, like they stick the pencil in for way too long. Like since it's so automatic, it's going to be a huge difference for my students using their pencil, like sharpening their pencils. And I'm hoping that this one will last so I don't have to get 50 million new pencil sharpeners. So that is very exciting. So thank you to AFMAT for gifting this. This is a beautiful pencil sharpener that I cannot wait to use with my students this year. And I'm glad I don't need to add it to my budget. Woo, that's a big one. So I have about $100 to spend. I have a busy baby who is ready to leave. And we are going to pick back up on this when I get home, and we will chat more in a little bit. Okay everyone, so it's a few days later. I have since sat down and I've just kind of brainstormed what I wanted to purchase with the remaining money, what I wanted to delete and so on. And I am going to fill you in on all of the things on my budget now. And yeah, I have quite a few things on the list. There's some things that I didn't originally think of that I've added, and then there's some things that I wanted but didn't end up getting because it was too pricey. So something that I wanted to get but didn't was flexible seating. I love buying flexible seating, but unfortunately sometimes it's just not in the budget, literally. So today it was not in the budget because it was just a little expensive. So that is okay. I have other flexible seating options already in my classroom. So ultimately I decided, stools are not a priority. I wanted wobble seats also. Ideally, yes, but also not a priority. So last I talked to you, I had put on my list some, like a bulk thing of crayons. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off. I'm gonna share what I have on my list, how much it costs, and then I'll go back because I don't think I ever told you the other things that I exactly have on my list. So I'll just like breeze through those, share those, and tell you the price of them as well. But I had about $440 to spend, and I have $442.07 spent on this list. So I am using up every penny and maybe a little more. We'll see, hopefully not, but okay. So I have on here paper clips, 700 piece thing of paper clips for $6.68. Gotta have them, love them, that's it, nothing fancy. I have lined sticky notes that are 4x6. I got 8 pads of them. I love sticky notes with lines on them. I barely ever buy them. I forget to buy them, but I love them. So I got those. They were $7.95. Then I got some Sweetser and Orange reward stickers, basically just stickers to put on papers. There's 1,008 stickers. I decided to get those, and they're $8.99. We love some extra fun stickers to put on papers. I also got some microfiber cleaning cloths to clean my boards with, and I love buying these. I think that they clean the board so much better than a regular eraser. So that was $7.99, and it comes with actually 12 rags, so this should last me a little while. Next thing I got was, we're doing a little library revamp. Not anything like overhaul, but I am going to try and revamp some things. I was hoping to do this last summer, didn't get to it. I'm hoping to get to it this summer. So I got a 6-pack of acrylic book stands for $7.90. I'm hoping that I can, in my library, kind of spotlight a few books and just put them on the book stands to kind of highlight them, to hopefully attract readers to them, and hopefully that will get them to grab them. We will see, but that's the goal. Then I, again, connected to the library revamp, I got 16 bookends because I don't want my library to look super cluttered. So I sometimes do not have a full shelf because I'm trying to not have it too cluttered. So in order to keep the books organized but not have a full shelf, I need some bookends. So therefore we got some bookends. These are more expensive. I'm still like kind of curious to see if I can find some cheaper ones, but for now I have 16 of them for $28.89. Okay, next thing, gonna sound super random, but I have reasoning behind it. A makeup organizer. I'm thinking that this makeup organizer is going to replace my teacher toolbox. Oh my gosh, I said it. Yes, I don't love the teacher toolbox because the things that I love the most about the teacher toolbox, the things I'm reaching for the most are my pens, my like remote, other things that I use daily, and I can never like appropriately grab my pens from them because it like isn't quite long enough. And anyways, I don't love it. I'm gonna try this instead. I'm not sure I'm wedded to this makeup organizer, but I'm thinking that it's going to be a good alternative because it has some drawers, but it also has like an upper storage piece where I can just put things that maybe that I don't think need to go in a drawer or I want readily available often. And that is $23.99. The next thing I got were Spot It, like carpet spot things, and those are $13.99. I didn't love the carpet spot things that I had this year because kids always pick at them, but I don't really have a better alternative, so for $14 we're going for it. And there were 24 pieces of them, so we'll take it. The next thing I have are some pocket hanging organizers. I have some of these in my classroom already, and they have gotten like torn down and they're just really tired. So I thought that I could replace them and be a little bit more mindful on how I use them. So I have this on my list. They're $21.99. Next thing I have is a Post-it easel pad. This has 20 sheets and I have 2 pads of them. And this costs $38.48, and I am going to use these for anchor charts. I don't make a ton of anchor charts, so I thought that this would work well to have some like good easy access anchor chart stuff, but like I said, since I don't make a ton, I thought this would be plenty. And then the last thing that I haven't told you about yet is an indoor recess toy, and this is the Squigs toys. I actually bought these for my son because one year one of my students brought them in and I was like, that is so cool. And my son doesn't quite get them yet. He does like them though, but I think that my students will love them as like a morning's daily starter or indoor recess option. So that is $29.92, and I think they'll be super fun. And then circling back to what I've already told you about, I'll just tell them to you quickly with the prices. So I got one thing of dry erase markers for $27.38, one thing of 30 count Elmer's glue sticks for $7.64, 2 things of Amazon pre-sharpened pencils for $17.48, so $34.96 in total, a thing of the Crayola dry erase markers, and that's for $12.10. 1 pack of some bigger scissors for $11.99. 1 more wobble cushion, like, inflatable one for $17.99. That way I'll have 4, and that kind of adds to the flexible seating. I have 42 pieces of felt fabric sheets, and that's for erasers for the whiteboards for students, and that is $6.68. Next thing I have is 1 thing of cap erasers there's 144 of them, and they are $6.93. I also got some larger erasers, only 12 of them because I know I have some, and that's $6.92. Okay, I got a tired guy, but the last 2 things that I have on my list are a bulk pack of markers for $62.17 and a bulk pack of crayons for $50.54. All right, everyone. So I need to get this guy down, and I think we've covered it all. If you have any ideas things that I should change, things that I have on my list that you're like, that's crazy, or things that you're like, why doesn't she have that? Please comment them down below. I would love to hear it. And I will be putting out more content, planning on some classroom setup stuff, some talking and chatting videos, some blogs, all the things. So if you would like to see those, please subscribe. And if you've enjoyed this video, please like it. And I'm so appreciative for all of you. Now, this guy's gonna go take a nap. I hope that you all have the best day, the best weekend, whenever you are watching this. I hope it's a good one. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.